Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Zazie Care Creations, where I'm sharing with you all there is to know about my beginner sewing journey. So in my last video, I told you all I was going to be using the month of April to work on my very first garment make, my very first garment construction, taking my measurements, drafting my pattern, cutting out my pattern, and then constructing it with my sewing machine. I'm happy to tell you all that I did that and I'm very pleased with the results. I want to share all about that journey with you today. So what did I make? I made a two-piece skirt set, a skirt with an elastic waist and a off-the-shoulder top with an elastic, I guess you could call it elastic shoulder, off-the-shoulder top. I used a really nice rayon fabric I purchased from LA Finch Fabrics. It's black with a pink floral pattern on it. I love the fabric a lot. It was very flowy. It washed very well in the washing machine. I had no issues with this fabric whatsoever. So I definitely will be purchasing fabric again from LA Finch Fabrics. The notions I used, I shared with you all in that video that I was going to be using my 1070 needles, which I did. I had to purchase elastic. I brought knitted elastic, I think it was, and braided elastic. I bought a couple different sizes just to be on the safe side. And I'm glad I did. I'll explain to you later why that is. I used my serger for the first time for the entire project, so I was happy about that, and it gave me great results on my raw edges. It kept my edges nice and clean and really gave everything there is about my finished garment a very professional look, and I love it. So basically I did this in 4 steps. You know, I first of all did my measurements. I then went ahead and drafted the pattern. That took about 1.5 hours total. Then I went to cut and prepare my fabric. So I cut the fabric based on the pattern and I ironed everything out, made everything ready so I can begin my construction. That process took about 1 hour. And then finally I went to start sewing the garment. When I sewed the garment, it took me about 1.5 hours to sew the top and 1 hour to do the skirt. So basically this project took me about 5 hours to do in the month of April, but I took my time and broke that time down into 30-minute increments throughout the month of April. So total time it took to make this garment was 5 hours. And that's pretty good. For a beginner, I think that was pretty good. So I am going to now show you some of what I did, or show you what I did in that project. So, and I will explain to you as the video progresses, some of the things that I experienced when I've sewed this together. So this is the top, just a basic flowy rayon top off the shoulder, right? And you can see up close, here are some of the serging that I had to do to keep the edges nice and clean. That's the top. And then here is the skirt. And then here's the skirt. Very pretty, flowy fabric, elastic waistband. I'll take this off the hanger so you can see it more. Elastic waistband. You can see that. So this is the finished piece. This is the finished product. So, I did have some challenges when I worked on this project, and I will tell you now, for the most part, the measurements worked out fine. I had no issues with the measurements. I was able to measure, do some conversion so that I could figure out where the markings were on my ruler. And then, yeah, that was pretty much, you know, the measurements were fine. What I did have an issue with when it got down to me trying to work on the elastic casing, this part was so challenging for me. And I'm hoping that as I, you know, progress in this, that part of the process will get a lot easier. So let me explain to you what happened. So when I did my casing, I did my casing based off the instructions. And I realized that at some point, when I started to sew this, my casing started to get more narrow and narrow and narrower. So Although my elastic width started out as a 3/4 inch, I noticed that as I kept trying to put it in the encasing, that it started to fold and twist along the way because some of the width got narrow. And I don't even know where on here that happened, but yeah, it started to get a little narrow. So I had some struggle there. So luckily I had 1/2 inch width elastic, right? So I was able to use that instead of the 3/4 inch, and it was able to feed through here successfully. Not only that, it kept twisting. Like, I had a lot of issues with the elastic twisting, so much so I had to pull it out of the casing. I lost it one time in the casing. Yeah, it took me quite some time to figure out the elastic on this skirt, but I finally did. And once I used the smaller width elastic, it turned out a lot better. I had no issues after that. So that was fine. Another issue I'm having, although I measured properly, I do find that the skirt, although the length is 22 inches, I feel like I need to add more length to this. It's an okay length, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with the length as it is now. It's just that because the fabric is so light, I'm just afraid that if I wear this outside on a breezy day, even with shorts on underneath it, it's just gonna like really like rise and blow away with the wind. I don't want that. So I think the next time I do this skirt, I will definitely probably add another 2 to 4 inches to the bottom to give me a lot more length on the skirt. But overall, the skirt fit is fine. I have no issues with the skirt whatsoever. I like how it turned out. You know, the serger did a great job with the raw edges. Yeah, so I think I will do this skirt again, but this time I'll make it longer, and maybe I'll try to draft a pocket pattern so I can add pockets to the sides, because I do like pockets on my skirts and dresses. Some of them I do, and I feel like this would be really nice to have a pocket on, so we'll see. So that's the skirt. The other issue, or the other concern I've had with the top. So this top, though when I put it on me, you can't see. When I have it up, the length is perfect in the back, but it rises in the front. So it has like a high-low look, and I don't think that was supposed to be the look. However, I am busty, so I think instead of me measuring from the underarm pit down to where I want it to stop, the next time I do this, I will probably measure further up above my bust and use that length. That way I will get more in my length of my top. So what will happen is I will put this skirt, this top on, and the back will go right above my hip a little bit, but the front will sit right below like my belly button, like just there. And I don't want to raise my arm and have my whole tummy exposed. So I would much rather like to have a longer bottom, but it's still not bad because my skirt, if I wear it high enough, I think it'll be just enough there to not show my skin underneath. So I do feel like this turned out okay. The only concern, like I said, is just the high-low look in the front and back. Because I am busty, I would have to just measure a little higher to take into consideration that I'm gonna have a little bit of rise in the front. But yeah, overall, this was a great make. Yeah, so I think I would do it again. I don't wear a lot of shirts off my shoulder, but it's something new, something fresh. I do like to wear, you know, the strapless, what we used to call the tube dresses, the tube top dresses. I do like to wear those. So I could see me maybe doing something like this again with the elastic and making it like a dress, a full length dress. But yeah, for the most part, this turned out really, really well. So I'm very excited about this make. What else do I want to share with you all? So my machine settings when I did my rayon, I want to share that as well. I used a 3-level tension because with rayon, you don't want a lot of tension on your needle and thread as you're threading it through, as you are sewing with it, because it could do a lot of bunching up and making it really tight around the seam. You don't want that. So I did use a 3-level tension for the needle and thread. I used a small straight stitch, a 2.5 on my machine. And I used the smallest width size on my machine, which is a 0. So my width, the size of my stitch width is at a 0. So I like this a lot. I'm very happy and pleased how it turned out. I will be doing this again, the skirt especially, because I really do like the skirt. Yeah, I even thought about maybe I might do this skirt again. I don't know. It could be a waste of my fabric to do another skirt just like this, making it a little longer. But I was thinking about maybe doing this skirt again for my daughters, maybe having a matching skirt for both of them and for me, for, you know, whenever we want to go out and just be, you know, mommy and me, or mommy and daughter day or whatever. So yeah, I like it a lot. And I can tell you guys, I really do like rayon. I think I found like my very first favorite fabric, one of them, which is rayon. It just washed really well. It feels great. It's very flowy. It ironed really well. Yeah, so I like it a lot. I like it a lot. So I'm excited. What else do I want to share about this make? I think that's it in terms of this make. Just, you know, I learned some lessons in terms of, you know, length and measurement. Yeah, I found my first favorite fabric, which I told you is now rayon. Yeah, that's it for that, the very first make. But while I'm here, I will also share with you what I've done so far with my other plans. I told you all I was going to be making some zipper pouches, and for my vehicle, I did finish one of those just like literally like 30 minutes ago. I just finished this one. So this is what my husband will use for my vehicle to put his stuff in so that it's not all sliding around, and just try to keep it organized as much as possible. This is the first one. And I did have issues when I did this. I had an issue with my needle. So my needle actually broke in my machine when I was trying to do the zipper. And I don't know what I was thinking. I know this is not a plastic zipper, so I have to be very slow and maybe even skip over the teeth because it's metal. But I caught myself trying to go really slow on using my slowest speed on my machine, and it broke the zip. It broke the needle. So I had an error message on my machine. I had to take the needle out, rethread it. It was a nightmare, but I was able to start over again and get it done. This time without breaking a needle. But I did finish his. I can tell you now, I used a video. I found a very great lady who has now gone on to a better place. Her name is Melanie Ham. She is was a wonderful YouTuber, do-it-yourself YouTuber, and she has lots of videos on crocheting and sewing on her channel. And I found this video some time ago, and I forgot I saved it in my playlist, but I went ahead and was searching on YouTube again, trying to find a tutorial for a box tote. And lo and behold, her video came up, and I had already had it saved in my playlist. So I was able to watch her video, get really great and detailed instructions on getting this done. And yeah, so I was able to finish this. At some point, I will learn how to do better at pattern matching, I think they call it. Basically, when you have all of your pattern lines all you know, lined up properly. So yeah. So I did get this done today, and I was going to start working on my second one, but I got a little tired. I don't know, I've kind of fallen off of my fitness journey a little bit, and I'm starting to feel the effects of that, the impact of that. So my energy hasn't been where it typically is when I'm getting my sewing done. But I did keep it in on my cart where I can work on it, work on my zipper pouch, maybe later in the month of May when I'm, just want to have something simple to work on, or just need to get something done. So I do have that here. I'll work on that maybe in the month of May. We'll see. But I had already started sewing this and constructing it, and I wanted to make sure that I got it done, and I did get one done. So that's kudos to me. Yeah, so that was what I did in the month of April. I did my two-piece outfit, which I'm very, very proud of. And I worked on the zippered box tote. I also made sure I did some of my organizing of my patterns, and making sure that my tote, where my patterns are kept, are all in order based off their the number. Updated my spreadsheet to make sure my spreadsheet was up to date with all the patterns I purchased and what I would like to purchase. I did some of that this month. And that is basically it. So as we close out the month of April, I had been thinking about what I would like to accomplish in May, and I'm kind of still not sure where that's going to go. I've been really tired at the end of this month for some reason. Well, I already told you why. I feel like I'm really tired, but I just feel like I want to do some more sewing. I'm definitely going to do some sewing in May. Definitely want to get some sewing done in May. I just don't know what. So I want to take my time and just think about all the plans I have, like what I want to do, and make sure that whatever I do, I can put my all into it and actually, like finish it, and maybe even learn something entirely new in my sewing journey. So I have quite a few patterns I have on my cart that I want to work on at some point. I want to do some skirts for my daughters, possibly in May. And I'm also thinking about vacation. I have a couple of vacations coming up during the summer, and I want to possibly make a couple of pieces for my vacation. So I know I'm new at this. I cannot, push out 7 garments in a month. I just did 2 pieces. They were very simple pieces. So we'll see what I'm able to get done in the month of May. But at any rate, when I'm ready to start on my May plans, I'll come back and do another May video, letting you all know what I'd like to get accomplished and how I plan to get that done. So thank you for watching my video. If you are a new sewer, new sewist, please be inspired. Get out there, find a very simple, project to work on. Find someone on YouTube that does a lot of easy, simple projects, and just start doing something small and just see how it grows and how you do it, and see if it's really something you want to stick to. So yeah, just be encouraged, and just stick with it, and you'll do great things. So if you are watching for the first time, thank you for watching. If you are a returning subscriber or returning viewer, thank you for both subscribing and viewing my station or viewing my channel. And I will see you all soon. I'll talk to you soon. And until next time, God bless.